Hello everyone. Today we are going to study location games. What is it, the location games? So actually it may be that two competitors or more, let's say two competitors, produce the same good or basically the same good, but they have somewhat different features. So these features are attractive to some part of the population and not attractive to the other part, and the same for the other feature. So the question is where they should locate themselves from in the feature space. Okay, so and how we actually model it. So let's start. Two service providers have to choose their locations. So the possible locations are corners. Let's assume that they cannot locate themselves any place that they want, but rather they must be locate themselves in the corners. On certain straight line, meaning that and all the population lives in between these 2 points. Customers are uniformly distributed along the street. Uniformly mean that if, for instance, I take this interval or the same length, I'll have the same number of people here as the number here. So it really becomes a function of the length of the interval. So they spread out uniformly on the interval. Okay. So again, customers are uniformly distributed along the street, and each one of them approaches the closest provider. Namely, if I'm living here, I'll go to this provider, and I'm not going to go that much to the other side because it's too long. Now, this really captures the fact that I prefer the feature of this company to the feature of that company. If I am more closer to one company on the distance is artificial. It's just a way to model. So that means that I like better the feature of, let's say, of a car. One is a high-speed car, and the other one is less speedy but safer in a sense. So different types of people would prefer different features. Okay. If two providers choose the same location, each serves half of the customers. So what happens if, let's say, I choose to be here and you also choose to be here? Then all customers, they have no choice, okay? And they will come, everyone will go here, okay? And then since we're quite symmetric, that's the assumption, well, each one of us will have half of the customers. So if two providers choose the same location, each serves half of the customers. So I hope that that you understand what I say. And now let's go on. Problem 1. Suppose that there are 3 possible locations, A, B, C, where A, B are the 2 end of the street, and C is the middle one. Where would 2 providers be located? Okay, so what do you think? They, for instance, both of them can be on A, both of them can be on B, both of them could be on C, or one at A and the other one at B, one in A, the other one is C, etc. So maybe I will not surprise you, but the 2 of them are going to be located at C in the middle, both of them. So I put X for their location. Why? Okay, so let's try to understand. Solution: not only that they will be located, but it is strictly dominated strategy for each provider to choose either A or B. The location C strictly dominates both locations A and B. Why? First, the conclusion, therefore, both providers will choose the location C, and each one of them will serve half of the customers. If they are in the same location, they split the market. Okay, suppose that you decided to locate yourself in A. Okay, where should I locate myself? If I locate myself here, then what will I get? Half of this population will come to me, and everyone here will come to me. So I'll get half plus 1/4. So I'm going to get 3/4 of the population. It's better than being located in A like you. Then we'll split half and half. Okay? So I want to say that C dominates no matter where you are. Okay, so if you decide to be on A, clearly I should be in C, because then I'll get 3/4 of the population. By the way, if I'm going to locate myself on B, this half will come to B, this half will come to A, I'll get only 1/2. So by locating myself at C, I'm going to get 3/4 if you are at A. What happens if you are at C? So if I'm going to locate myself in A, only half of this interval will come to me, 3/4 will come to you, I'll get only 1/4. But if I locate myself like you in C, I'll get half, because we split, we're in the same location. So if you are at C, I should be at C. If you are at A, I should be at C. Similar, if you are at B, again, I should be at C. Why? Because then I get all this plus half of this interval. So I'm going to get 3/4. If I will locate myself exactly at your point B, we split the market. And if instead of C, I'm going to locate myself at A, again we'll split the market, because if you are at B and I locate myself at A, this half will come to me, this half will come to you, and I'll get half. So, if you are at B, I should again be at C. So what is the conclusion? I don't care where you are. No matter where you are, where should I be? At C. So C is a dominant strategy. I want to remind you, what is a dominant strategy? Strictly dominant strategy. What does it mean? No matter what the other one is doing, in this case, where is the location of the other one, I should locate myself at C. Okay? Irrespective of your location. I don't care what you do. I mean, I care, but it doesn't matter what you do. I'm going to locate myself at C. And similar for you also to be located at C, and therefore the solution is that both of us are at C and we split the market. Notice that to go to A is strictly dominated strategy. Why? If I go to A, okay, let's say I want to show you that A is strictly dominated. Obviously, if I show that C strictly dominates, then it means that A is strictly dominated. By what? By C. So no matter where you are, if you are also in A, suppose I am at A. If you are also in A, I'm getting half. If I move to C, I'm getting 3/4. This plus, if I'm going to C, this plus this. Okay. If you are at C, I'm going to get only 1/4. So if I move to C, I'm getting more. And if you are in B, let's say that if you are in B and I'm at A, then I'm better off moving from A. It's not good if you're B. Why? Because if here I'm getting half and half, we split. But if I go here, I'm getting all this half plus 1/4. So C is better than A. A is strictly dominated by C. Great. So that was the solution. It is strictly dominated strategy for each provider to choose either A or B. the location C strictly dominates both locations A and B. Therefore, I can eliminate the strategy of choosing A or B for both of us, and both of us will choose C, in which case we split the market. Therefore, both providers will choose the location C, and each one of them will serve half of the customers. Good. Now let's move on. This is problem 1, but now there are 5 possible locations with equal distance between any 2 adjacent locations. So the distance between A and C equal distance CD equal distance DE equals distance EB. Okay. And now I want to see where should the two, let's say 2 providers as before, where should they be located? And by the way, let's go back here. That's sometimes what you see. Let's say sometimes in the center you get, or in the same place, you get competitors. Furnitures, for instance. You can have a place, a center where of all kinds of shops, furniture shops. Or sometimes you can have many shops at the same place selling the same product, let's say a lamp or whatever. So this is not out of scope. I mean, we can see, if you think of it, that many companies do it. They locate themselves at the same time, at the same place, getting all the customers, or most of the customers, go to the center, and then they split somehow, if they have the same product, sometimes not the same product, but they split somehow their revenues. Okay. So what about this one? Solution. The locations A and B are both strictly dominated by location D. Again, so I tell you how I'm going to solve. First, I want to tell you, never play this or this. So we'll eliminate this. After elimination, I'll show you never play this or this. And therefore, both of them will be located at D. Let's see this. Okay. Thus, these 2 locations can be eliminated. Okay, so before that, why it is a dominated strategy to be located in A? Exactly like before. If I am located here, no matter where you are located, by me moving to D, I'll get more. Let's see. If you are located, if you are located here at A, and I locate myself here, then how much I get? We split the market, half and half, both of us on A. If I go to D, I'll get this half plus this quarter, so I get 3/4. So I'm better off. If I believe that you are in A, I should move to D, not to be on A. So I want to show you that A is a bad strategy for me. So I'll show you, no matter where you are located, I'm better off moving to D. Okay, so I demonstrate it for A, but maybe you are located at C. How much I get? Wow, only half of this interval, because only the customers here, all the customers here, I'm going to come to me, and all the customers here come to you, and all this will come to you, because you are closer to all these people. So in that case, if you are located at C, I'm going to get only half of the quarter, 1/8. If I move to D, what do I get? Wow, I'm getting this half plus the half of this quarter, because you are here. These people will come to me. You'll get this and this. I'll get the half plus this much. Half plus 1/8, 5/8. So if I move to D, actually instead of 1/8, I'm going to go 5/8. So if you are located in A or C, I should locate myself at D, not in A. So what happens if you locate yourself in D, in the middle? Being on A, I'm going to get 1/4. Only these people will come to me. So I'm going to go to get 1/4. If I move to D, how much I'll get? We'll split the market. Both of us the same location, we get half of the customer. So instead of 1/4, I'll move to 1/2. So again, I should move from A to D. Similarly, let's do it last time. Similarly, if I'm here, if you are here, how much I get? Actually, these people will come to me plus half of this. Okay, I'm going to get 1/4 plus 1/8. I'm going to get 3/8. If I move to D, how much I'm going to get? This half, all of them will come to me because will be closer. They will be closer to me than to you. You're on E. Let's put like this. You're on E, and I'm getting more than. But not only this. If I'm going to D, okay, and I'm going to get all the half plus the 1/8. I'm going to get 5/8 instead of 3/8. So again, if you are on E, again D is better than A for me. Finally, if you locate yourself in B and I locate myself on A, I'm getting 1/2. We split the market. All these people will come to me, these people will come to you. So I'm getting 1/2. But if I move to D, how much I'll get? First of all, I get this half and I split with you this much. Because if I'm going to be here, all these people will come to me and all these people will come to me. So I'm going to get, instead of half, 5/8. Again, I should deviate to D. What did we prove? That no matter where you are located, for me to be in A is strictly dominated by D. Similar, completely symmetric argument. I'm not going to locate myself A or B. So we eliminate these strategies. Because why can I eliminate these strategies? Because they are strictly dominated. Therefore, we can, if at all, locate C, D, or E. The location A and B are both strictly dominated by the location D. Thus, these two locations can be eliminated. Okay? So this is the situation. But now C and E are the corners, and therefore they will be strictly dominated. But let's talk about it. After eliminating A and B, the locations C and E are strictly dominated by D. Again, why? Suppose I want to tell you that for me to be located here is bad strategy. Why? Why? Because it's better for me, no matter where you are located, to move to D. But why it is? Let's do it again. If you are located at C and I located at C, half and half. But if I move to D, I'm going to get all this. People are leaving all this half plus 1/8. These people will come to me also. So I'm moving from 1/2 to 5/8. So if I believe that you are going to be the same location as me, I'm better off moving to D. Okay, but what happens if you are locate yourself at D? Should I stay at C or should I deviate to D? Again, I should deviate to D. Why? If I'm here at C, then what do I get? I get 1/4 plus half of this interval, 3/8. If I move to D, how much I get? We split the market. I'm going to get half. So again, being at C is worse off than being in D if you are in D. The same thing I proved that if you are in C. What happens if you are in E? Suppose that you are going to E. How much I get? Well, I'm getting half. All these people will come to me and all these people will come to me. And you'll get all the other half. So I'm getting half. If I move to D, how much I'm going to get? I'm going to get all this half. If I'm going to D, because all of them will be closer to me. And if you are E, and also half of this interval 1/8. So I'm going to get 5/8. So again, I should, no matter where is your location, being located at D strictly better than being located at C. And similar for E. C and E are completely symmetric. Therefore, I should eliminate C and E. Thus, so the locations C and D are strictly dominated by D. Thus, the two providers will choose location D, and they will again split the market equally. So you see, you tend to go to the center. With the same argument, successive elimination of strictly dominated strategies, we conclude that whenever there are odd number of locations with equal distances, the two providers choose the middle location. We're talking about just two providers. Later on, we'll increase it. And each serves half of the market. Okay. So again, in that case, you'll get the middle this, if it's odd. Okay, but now let's see what happens if it's not odd. As in problem 1, but now there are two possible locations, just A and B. Okay? Well, if I locate myself here and you locate yourself, let's say I'm located at A and also you are located at A. We split half. Now, if I move here to B, also will split half, because half of the people will come to me and half will come to you. So I don't care. So it may be, it doesn't matter where we stand. Both of us in A, half. Both of us in B, half. I am at A and you are at B, half. You are at A, I am in B, half. You have 4 solutions. In all of them, we split the market. It is easy to verify that that's the solution. It's easy to verify that no matter where the providers are located, each one of them will serve half of the market. There is a general conclusion here, but we will keep going. I'll tell you later on. Problem 4. As in problem 1, but now there are 4 possible locations. So first of all, the A and B will be strictly dominated, but let's see, slowly. So the question here is where to be located. I can locate myself in each one of the 4 positions. By the way, the assumption here, I cannot be located here, only here, or here. Okay, or here. Okay, so these are the only 4 possible locations. Why not everywhere? It's difficult to solve, but we'll give you one example of where I can locate myself anywhere on the interval AB. Okay, solution. The location A is strictly dominated by location C, and B is strictly dominated by D. That's symmetric. So let's just show that A is strictly dominated by C. So that depends what the others are doing. The other is doing. So suppose that I'm here. I want to show you that I'm better off moving to C. So I have to check for possibility of your choice. If you choose A, we split the market 50-50. But if I move to C, I'm getting all this, which is 2/3 of the market, because I'm getting this, you see, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. I'm getting 2/3, and even I'm getting a little bit more. Otherwise, I'm getting half. So if you are located at A, I should be located at C. Now, if you are going to, let's say that you are located at C, how much I get? Only this part. Half of 1/3 is 1/6. If I'm moving to C, I'm moving from 1/6 to 1/2 because we split the market. What did I prove it to you? That C is better than A for me if you are located either A or at C. But what happens if you are located at D? I'm still in A. I check what happens. I want to compare A to C for me. Suppose you are located at D. How much I get? You get all these people and these customers. I'm getting only this, so I'm getting 1/3. If I move myself to C, what do I get? First of all, I'm getting all the 1/3 will come to me because I will be closer than you. And I'm getting also half of this will come to me. So I'm going from 1/3 to 1/2 because I'm getting 1/3 plus 1/6, 1/2. So again, I'm better off moving to C if you are at D. Finally, what happens if I'm at A and you move to B? So in that case, we split the market 50-50 because we are the two endpoints of the interval. So half will come to me and half will come to you. But if I move to C, what do I get? First of all, before I'm getting half, but if I move to C, what do I get? First, you're in B. So first of all, we split. I'm getting the people on CD, you get the people on BD, I'm getting 1/3. But all plus, but also I'm getting all the people here between A and C because it will be closer to you. So I'm getting 1/3 plus 1/3. It is 2/3, more than 1/2. Okay. What did I prove it to you? That being in C is better for me than being on A, no matter where the other one is located. Therefore, A is strictly dominated by C. And similar, B is strictly dominated by D. So we should eliminate it. The location A is strictly dominated by location C, and the location B is strictly dominated by location D. Great. So we eliminate. After eliminating both locations, A and B, any of the other two locations, C and D, are equally good for both providers, and each one of them will serve half of the market. Let's say that both of us are here, we split the market. Both of us here, same location, we split the market. Say that I'm here and you are here. What do you get? You get all these people plus this. 1/6 plus 1/3, you get half. I'm getting 1/6 that will come to me plus the 1/3. Again, I'm getting 1/2. So it doesn't matter if we both located at C, both located at D, one at C, one at D. Okay, so you have 4 outcomes, like before with 2. So if I have even number, so I'm getting, you go to the center of it, and then you cannot distinguish. These 2 will be equally good for both of them. So locations C and D are equally good for both providers, and each of them will serve half of the market. Using successive elimination of strictly dominated strategies, we conclude that whenever the number of locations is even, then with equal distances, the middle 2 locations are the only equilibrium points. If in the 4 location case, the 4 Nash equilibrium points or locations are either both at C, one at C, the other at D, and one at D, the other at C, or both of them at D. That's what we discussed and we showed. Okay. 2 providers with finite number of locations and arbitrary distance. Now they are not necessarily located. The location where you can locate yourself is not necessarily equal. I mean, the distance you cannot locate yourself here. You can only locate yourself here, 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 or here. where would the providers be located? In equilibrium. So this is a little bit more tricky, but not much more tricky. Solution. First, note that the location B is strictly dominated by the location A. Why? So let's realize that. You never want to be at B because it's better for you to be in A. Why? If you're at B, okay, so let's check. If I'm at B and you are at, let's say that should I locate myself B? I'll show you it's not. So let's go one by one. If you locate yourself here, what do I get? The distance here between this and this is 2/3. 1/3 of the customers live here and 2/3 of the customers live here. So actually 2/3 of the customers. So we split the 2/3, correct? It's in between 1/3 to 1, there are 2/3, half go to me, half go to you. So I'm getting 1/3. If I also move to A, I'm getting 1/2 because we split the market. So if you are located at A and I'm at B, I'm better off located at A. I am better off moving to A. Okay, let's see. So that is if you locate yourself in A. What happens if you locate yourself at C? How much I get? Well, look, the distance from here to here is 1/8, 1/8. I'm going to get 1/8. Correct? 1/8. If I move to A, by the way, if I move to C, I'm already going to get 1/2. We split, so it doesn't pay me to be here. But let's say I'm talking about that B is strictly dominated by A. So let's check this. If I move to A, what do I get? I'm getting 1/3. All these people will come to me, and half of the distance between 3/4 and 1/3. Here I'm getting 1/8. So for sure I'm better off moving to 1/8. But the middle point from between 1/3 and 3/4 is what? Is the average of 1/3 plus 3/4 divided by 2. That will be this point. This plus this over 2 is the middle point. What is it? So this is 12. I take it here, 24. I have 4 plus 9, 13 over 24. So this actually is 13 over 24. Let's remember that. Okay? So in any event, if you're in C, for sure I have to be, to move to A is better. I'm getting, how much I'm getting? From 0 to 13 over 24, more than a half. Here I'm getting only 1/8. Okay. And what happens if you are not at C? You are at D. My God, if you are at D, what do I get here? 1 over 16. This is 1/8. I'm splitting with you. I'm getting 1 over 16. If I move to A, I'm getting, first of all the 1/3 plus. So for sure I have to move to A. What did I prove it to you? B is bad, no matter where the other one is located. So I eliminate B. First, note that location B is strictly dominated by the location A. After eliminating B, the location D becomes strictly dominated by A. We have to check it, yes? Why? Let's see. If you are located suppose that you are located here and I'm located, I want to show you that I don't want to be at D. B is out. So what happens if I'm here? I'm better off moving to A again. Why? If you are located at A, how much I get? I'm getting half of the distance from 1/3 to 7/8. Okay? So what is it? From 1/3 to 7/8, and I'm getting only half of it. So 7/8 minus 1/3 divided by 2. This is how many will come to me. Okay? Again, the distance is 7/8 minus 1/3, and we split the difference, so each one of us will get half of the length of the interval. Which is what? 21 minus 8 is 13, dividing by 48. Okay, so if I'm at D and you're at A, I'm getting 13 over 48 is much smaller than half. If I move to A, I'm going to get 1/2, so better. So if I believe that you are an A, I should go to A, not at D. Good. Because if I stay at D and you're at A, I'm getting only 13 over 48. How did I get it? I'm looking on the distance of this interval. The distance of this interval is the difference between this and this. 7/8 minus 1/3, and I take half of it, dividing by 2. This is 21 minus 8, 13 over 48. Strictly less than half, okay? It's about almost a quarter. If I move in A, okay, then I'm getting, if you're at A, we say, if I move from D to A, okay, then I'm getting 1/2, which is better. Okay, what happens if you are? I think that we made this again. I'm not sure. Now, what about if you are located at C? If you are located at C, should I stay at D? How much I'll get? I'll get half of this. What is the distance between 7/8 and 3/4? It's 1/4. Sorry, it's 1/8. I divide it by 2, it's 1 over 16. Sorry, but I'll get also the 1/8. Also, I'll get all this 1/8 plus 1/8. I think that before I also forgot to add here. Let me do it again. Sorry, let me do it again. So suppose that I'm at D, I say that it's strictly dominated by A. Suppose that you are at A. You are at A. Okay, so if you are at A, and how much I'm getting? I'm getting between D and A, okay? The distance is 7/8 minus 1/3. We did it. Divide by 2, we got it 13 over 48. But I'm also getting these people. So I'm getting another 1/8. So this is 48, and I have 13 plus 6, 19. It's less than a half. If I move to A, I'm getting 1/2. I should move to A. Conclusion: if I believe that you are in A, I should move from D to A. Suppose that I believe that you are going to go to C. What do I get? In that case, you get all the 1/8 from before. This is out. The 1/8, but all these people will come to you. And you split this one. It's 1/8 plus 1/16. 1/16 plus 1/8 is 3 over 16. So you're going to get 3 over 16. If I move to A, first of all, I'm getting all this. And if I'm getting all this, I'm getting plus half of the distance between A and C. But I'm getting 1/3, it's more than 3 over 16. Okay? So it is so clearly I'm better off moving from D to A if you're at C. Finally, suppose that you're also at D. We split the market. We are in the same place. We split the market. So how much I'm going to get? Half. What happens if I move to A and you're at D? I'm going to get what? First, 1/3. Plus, I split with you the distance between 1/3 and 7/8. So what we did it? 1/3 plus 7/8 sorry, the distance, 7/8 minus, you can do it the other way, it doesn't matter. 7/8 minus 1/3, because if I move to A, you're at D, I'm at A. First of all, we split the distance, this distance. What is this distance? 7/8 minus 1/3 divided by 2. 21 minus this is, we said it, 13/48. Plus I'm getting 1/3. So this is 48. I have 16 plus 13, 29. Oop. 29. 29/48 is more than half. Again, I should go to A. So we conclude, no matter where you are, I should not be, first I showed that we took this out. But now I show you that this one is strictly dominated by A, so we take it out. So we left just with two possible locations, A and C. Let's leave it. I take all this out now. And so that's what we are left with, A and C. So where should I locate, the two firms will be located so that no one has any incentive to deviate. Suppose that provider 1 is located at C, okay? So if, you know what, I will do, there are 4 possibilities. You can write, I don't remember what I wrote here. Let's do it maybe in a different way. Let's check what happens if we both here. If we both here, each one of getting 1/2, 1/2. If I move to here, what do I get? 1/4. All these people will come to me, plus half of this. Okay, what is the half? Plus half, 3/4 minus 1/3 divided by 2. What is this? 12. So I'm getting 9 minus 4, 5/24. So I have 1/4 plus 5/24. 24. This is 6 plus 5, 11. Okay, 11/24 is less than half. So this is an equilibrium. Both of us on A, this is an equilibrium. Now, none of us has an incentive. Where can we deviate to? Only to C. So again, if we both located at A, I'm getting half, you're getting half because we're in the same location. But if I move to C, what do I get? First of all, I'm getting the 1/4. From 3/4 to 1, all of this coming. And half of these people will come to, to C. Half of these people will come to me. Well, how long, what is the length of this interval? The length of the entire interval is 3/4 minus 1/3. And I have to divide by 2. So 3/4 minus 1/3, I'm getting 9 minus 4, 5/12, divided by 2, 5/24. Plus the quarter. So I'm getting 24 divided by 4, 6 plus 5, 11. This is smaller than half. I have no incentive to deviate. This is an equilibrium, but maybe there are others. So remember, A, both of us in A is an equilibrium. What about both of us in C? We get half because we're in the same location. If I deviate here, how much I'll get? I'll get 1/3 plus half of this. Half of this I know, it's 5/24. So I'm going to get 1/3 plus 5/24. 24. 8 plus 5, 13. More than 1/2. I should deviate. So both of us here at C, not an equilibrium. Because I'm getting, if I deviate from C to A unilaterally, then what do I get? I get all this to A. All these people will come to me, plus half of these people. 1/3 plus half of this, we already said that half of this interval is 5/24. So it's 13/24, more than a half. I should deviate, so this cannot be an equilibrium. So first of all, until now we said, if we are going to be in the same location, it should be A, not C. But maybe one here and one here. Let's check. Let's say that I'm here. How much I make? 1/3 plus the 5 over 24, 13 over 24. That I did before. I'm getting half of this plus 1/3. I'm getting 13 over 24. And how much you get? The rest. You get 11 over 24. 11 over 24 is less than a half. You are better off moving here, because if you are going to occupy the same location, we split the market. You are going to get half. Conclusion, there's only one equilibrium. Both firms are going to be located today. Thus, the two providers should choose A. Read what I wrote here. Maybe it's different than what I told you now. You can do it in many ways. Good. So I'm happy that we got to this point, and I did not hear any complaint. No doubt why. So I can continue. Two providers, the general case. Suppose there are two providers with n possible locations and with arbitrary distances between locations. So they are not equally distanced from each other. It can be crazy. I may have 100 locations. Two providers only. Two companies that compete on the same, basically the same product with different features, if you like. So the distance, meaning how close I am to one feature than to the other feature, mainly meaning if I prefer that feature, that company on the other company. Good. Here is the claim, and this is a very general one. The only location that survives successive elimination of strictly dominated strategies is the one that is the closest to the median customer. So we have to understand what is the median customer. The customer located at the middle of the street. Okay, so if I have a street here, this customer, this is the middle, the one that sits at half. Okay? If there are two such locations, as in problems 3 and 4, both of them are equally good for providers. The two providers split the market equally. The proof of the claim is along the same lines as you start taking, you strictly dominate the endpoint and you continue like this as demonstrated before. But what does it mean? Let's say now let's have, so the median, okay, the median customer, this is Mr. Median. Up to him and after him you have the same size or the same mass of customers. Half of the customers here, half of the customer here, and this is Mr. Half, Mr. Median. Okay. So now let's see how it goes. Let's look on this one. So I'm looking here. 0, 1, 8, 3, 8, 4, 8. This is the median. The median sits here. So what? I don't care to do all the computation. By the theorem, where the two are going to be located? At D. Because they are the closest to the, actually they sit on half. But they are the closest to half, therefore both of them, this is the only equilibrium, both of them will be at 1/2. D is the location of the median customer, and hence the two providers will choose D as their location. Great. You know what? Before that, suppose now that there is no D. It's not in our PowerPoint, but let's jump out of my mind. But let's say this is 4, 8, but you cannot locate yourself here. Then look, C and E are equally distanced from the half. Half minus 3/8 equals 5/8 minus half equals 1/8. By the theorem, both of them you can, one equilibrium is this, another equilibrium is this, and the other equilibrium is this. This, if I assume that D is not there, okay. Let me, without, I don't have, but let's say that this one is out. I mean, the 4/8 is 4/8 is half. This is out, but this is not, but C is moving here. This is C. You can locate yourself here. So which is the closest to the median? C, because it's now here. It's closest to the median. This is less than 1/8. This is 1/8. So, according to the theorem, according to the claim, both of them will be at C. So both will be located at the one closest to D. But if you have to the median, but if you have two closest to the median equally distance, then either both of them are at one, or both of them on the second, or one at one and the other one at the second. Great. At this point, I feel that I understand the material, so I can continue. Now, 3 or more providers. Let's have a break now and continue later on. Thank you.